being a Christian and being a believer and having faith doesn't mean that we don't get attacked by the enemy. It's actually the opposite. The more faith we have and the more we step out for God, the more attacks we get. And, the enemy loves to be in our head and tell us lies. And I had many moments through my divorce where I was scared. I had fears, anxiety. When your whole world falls apart, it's hard to see that you're going to get through it and God will get you through it. Even with my faith, there were moments that I doubted. And in the book, I address that because I want the readers to know that, fear doesn't come from God. Mm-hmm. Fear comes from the enemy. And God is the example of perfect love, and perfect love drives out fear. And so if you can find a way to develop habits that help keep you focused on God, it helps keep those fears at bay. Mm.
Well, and we were talking about this just a little bit. You wanted this to be a real positive, encouraging type of book. I mentioned because people struggle.
Oh,
and sometimes people, when they question their faith, they will engage in something called deconstruction.
Yes.
Which from what I understand, it doesn't get you back into a stronger relationship with God or the church. It gets you in a different position.
Yes.
And so, therefore, how is it that we can really not allow the overwhelming nature of our trials, of our suffering, to not get us to a point where we're thinking incorrectly or not thinking biblically, which could lead us in a direction apart from God, if that makes sense?
Well, what I learned, not just through my divorce, but in writing the book and actually on this journey of getting my book and message out to people, is we have to prioritize our time with God. I have learned that constant communication with Him, more so than your best friend, is the best way to arm yourself against distractions, lies and deceit, anything that would pull you from God. And, I still struggle sometimes because I get distracted, or, you get high on that mountaintop and things are going your way, and as humans, we think we can control everything and we can do everything on our own. Mm-hmm. And then you forget to include God in those moments. And so I have learned to just, create those daily habits that I'm in constant communication with Him through whatever I face. And that reminder, comforts me in knowing I'm not alone. So whatever happens, whatever comes my way, He's in my corner.
Yeah. And again, even if there are issues within the church.
Yes. Well, because many people face that.
Yeah. And they decide because they encountered something at church, they walk away.
Correct.
And they walk away from the church and perhaps even walk away from God. And the thing is,
right,
even if someone has been hurt or betrayed by the church, they can still find their refuge, their strength, and their love in Jesus.
Yes, I would want them to remember that the church itself is separate from God. Mm-hmm. And the church
is not ideal.
The church is, I know, but the church is filled with humans.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as humans, we all make mistakes. None of us is perfect. Only Jesus was perfect. And so we have to remember that, and remember that if the church fails you, God will never fail you.